Okay, so today we talk about Collecticon. So for this one, I was actually confused with myself because I was pretty sure I made it a point to avoid comic conventions because I was feeling like my stuff is pretty niche already, but definitely feels more like anime vibe. I'm kind of far from comics and I have nothing comic related really, and I don't know anything about comics. So it just makes sense for me to avoid comic stuff. I don't know anything about comics. I have nothing related to comics, so even if people want to talk about comics, I don't know anything about it. Yes, it's Fruit Melody story time with Fruit Melody featuring Fruit Melody. Indeed do be. But alright, apparently I got into this and we're now gonna talk about what happened. Alright, so I disappeared again also because what you call it? I decided, you know what? I'm gonna do a whole new setup again. So I bought a bunch of stuff again and the day before the convention, because as you guys know, I was also moving, so there's a lot of cleaning to do. The day before the convention, I decided that I was gonna sew every single keychain on here on a piece of fabric. Hi, Digidon John. I was gonna sew it. I was gonna sew every single one, and I didn't even realize how long it was going to take. Because then I checked after doing a few, I was like, you know what, this is kind of taking a while. Each one minimum would take me 5 minutes to do. And if I did every single one, I think there's 60 of them. So it's an hour times 5. It would have taken me 5 hours. Am I doing them? Yeah. Yeah, it would have taken me 5 hours to complete all that. And I ended up doing something else because damn, that was crazy. So instead of sewing each one, because sometimes it was taking longer than the 5 minutes because it wasn't straight, and I'd undo the sewing and then re-sew it. But here's some close-ups of the new layout. So this is what I mean. So what I ended up doing is getting what are these? Thumbtacks? Thumbtacks? I think that's what they're called. Thumbtacks. Yeah, thumbtacks. And I didn't have anything to pin it to because this is just fabric, right? And I couldn't find anywhere the day before to find little pin locks, the thing you put on the backing of pins to keep it still. So what did I decide to do? I got freaking erasers. I got erasers and I just cut it up and I put it behind and it worked. But traveling, oh yeah, these were the ones that were sewn. But traveling with it, oh my gosh, they all just fell off and I had to redo it over and over again. It was so stressful, but you know what? I was chill. I was chill. There was a lot of what's really nice about this convention is they gave you a lot of time to prepare. I mean, a lot of time to set up. I think we got basically, you know what? Let me just get the actual numbers so I'm not just guesstimating. Why guesstimate when you can just get the actual numbers? What would you guys say? Hi, house chair. Keychains turned into pins. Yes. Yeah, that was the other thing I was worried about. I was thinking, would people still know their pins? But I mean, their keychains, and one person didn't realize until I said it, but the rest of the people understood. So I guess it's fine. They still look like the keychains. I mean, the charms. They just don't have the chain. Ganbatte. Oops, wrong one. Wrong convention. All right, so setup was from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So they gave us 4 hours to set up, which is plenty because normally sometimes they do only 2 hours or an hour and a half, maybe. But yeah, so for a smaller convention, the bigger conventions, they give you the entire day prior. But for smaller conventions, I don't think that's worth it for them because then they were renting the whole place for just setup. Probably very expensive. Anyway, so it was set up for 4 hours and then the convention is open for 5 hours. All right, so that's the time for it. So I got to practice this. And it ended up looking pretty cozy because it looks like pretty much a sleepover kind of thing. Because I got these the day before too. I was trying to buy fabric for it. And then when I tried to buy fabric for it from a specific fabric store, it costed $60. That was the quote for the amount of fabric I needed. So instead, I just went to store, some sort of household store, and bought a king size fabric and then cut it up and sewed the sides straight so that I have one going this way, one going that way, and one in the middle. This one's not even sewn yet. I think you can see it from the back. Yeah, there. It's still loose here. But these ones I sewed. But anyway, it worked out. The other side, I just safety pinned the scrunchies. Because what I'm trying to test out, the reason why I was trying to do a whole nother setup is a setup where, one, this doing the keychains doesn't take forever because it takes like an hour. Okay, the fastest person who did it, I think I timed them and they took 40 minutes. 40 minutes to set up all the keychains, and that's still quite a lot of time. So if I ever have to do things solo, I can't be wasting 40 minutes just on the keychains alone because that's gonna stress me out when comes setup day. But yeah, so this worked out well. So I got safety pins now. One of these days, I'm gonna be streaming setting that up so I can show you guys. But I was planning to do it when I do buttons. And sadly, these buttons, I ordered them before for Alberta. They said 1 day shipping. But no, it got delayed. And so I had to cancel the shipping because it wasn't going to make it for the convention for me to restock for Otafest. And then I did it again here, but I did it earlier. I ordered earlier. But then they delayed it to, I don't know when, because they delayed it to another date. And that date has come and gone. And I'm still here waiting. But I mean, I have another convention coming up, so I guess I don't mind waiting for the next one. But yeah, I couldn't restock my pins again. So at some point, I just didn't like the look of how naked it was. I just put a bunch of froppies everywhere. Because that looks so much better. Full. But yeah. Ah, that was crazy. Anyway, I'm chilling. Again, I think I'm gonna redo my setup again because I don't know, these lights were really nice when I had the other setup because it was relatively darker there. I'm assuming that's why it looked nicer. Well, I put a canopy too, and the canopy made it nice and dim for the lights to look really nice. Now I'm at Haru Matsuri, so let me see if I can have the little. Here we go. See? The lights look really, really cute here. But here is very well lit and it just looked kind of derpy. And then I put lights in here so it's not so dim for the keychains, but it doesn't look cozy to me. It looks like, I don't know, weed light. You know when you're growing things indoors kind of light? So next convention, again, I'm gonna try something different. But yeah, it just never ends, right? But what is this, number 4? This is convention number 4, so It's bound to be like this. Trials and errors until we figure out what works. Let's move on. Yeah, sleepover. I ate a lot at the convention, but I took a picture after I already ate some. I ate 4 sandwiches, a whole container full of these cherry tomato things. I think 10 mandarin oranges, 3 cucumbers, and a whole carrot. The entire one of the days, just one of the days. The first day I ate probably 3 sandwiches. So, a little less, but yeah. Second day I just went ham. And very specific, yeah, because that's all I could fit in this container. I would have packed more sandwiches if I could, but I couldn't. Reminds me of the shopping mall kiosk lights. Shopping mall kiosk lights for these. Because it feels blue light, like blue light. And I don't even think it showed it very well. So what I'm thinking is it's not good to have the little railing above it. But the problem is I needed a railing to carry the pillows. So the new setup, I'm gonna have to figure it out. See? The keychains, I guess it was a little bit in the dark here, but I want it outside uncovered place. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if I can figure it out. I guess what made this feel really warm too was the canopy. Okay, so I'll try a new setup again. What else? I think that was it for the setup. Yeah. I ate a lot. Also, because normally, like this convention and Otofest convention, it literally took forever to finally be able to eat. It really did. Because I would just talk to so many people. There was just so many people passing by. Haru Matsuri had about 1,000 people. I don't even know if I can find how many. Let's see. Collector, con, attendee. I don't think they would have posted it. Yeah, I don't see anywhere where they posted it. But they're very small because this is just their second time. Their very second time doing their convention. Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool seeing the difference between the startup, the beginning of it, until, seeing how they will progress. So I actually had a lot of time to eat. And at some point, even I didn't bring anything to do the first day because normally I don't have any time to do anything. So I just did squats. I took I don't have a picture of my heavy keychain bags, and I just did squats on the spot. My table mates were freaking legendary, and I'll talk about that a little later. But one of them recommended for me to use my stuff as weights to make it, extra extra productive, I guess. But it was really fun. Anyway, let's go on. Talk about the cosplayers. I wish I took more photos, but this was one of the cosplayers. So cute! She crocheted these, and I should have asked her to put it back because she was trying to show them off. But it looks so cute in the pocket. It looks so cute in the pocket. So she did a whole cosplay, and she's a crocheter. And look how detailed these are. It's so freaking cute. Yeah, I did squats on the spot because I don't like doing nothing. I don't like doing nothing, especially with how busy life is right now. I don't have time to work out. So you know what? I'll get every chance I can get to work out. They're just staring at me doing squats, but whatever. I want to get it in. Yes, getting swole, I'm making dough. Don't talk about that actually. So first day, I was really, 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 really nervous because there really wasn't that many people, and it was a comic convention. So my stuff Nobody knew about it. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. Even if I mentioned it, they're like, "What?" And I don't even want to explain it because explaining Nikkei is so gooner. What can I say? It's ass jiggling and tits jiggling and yeah. So luckily, on the very first day, there was one out of everyone there. There was one group who knew what Nikkei was, and they saw the plushies. And the thing was, there's three of them. One person who was still playing the game, and two people who were no longer playing the game. And the two people who were no longer playing the game, they were the ones that bought my pillows. And they bought 5 of them. Oh, no. They bought 4 of them and they got the one free. And I was just ecstatic because I just thought, no freaking way. I was just so happy because those pillows are freaking expensive. So expensive. And I was just so scared I wasn't gonna make any sales at all because like I said, my stuff's pretty niche. And well, nothing wrong with it because I want to draw what I want to draw. So it's fine that it's niche. I just have to wait and find my people, you know. And they found me. They found me. And what do you call it? They were saying too how expensive the pillow was, and I was saying back, yeah, they're expensive. Tell me about it, cause I bought the stuff for it, and I assembled them together, right? And like I told you guys, I tried to buy the polyfill, which is a lot cheaper. Polyfill is $50 or something for a whole lot, like a whole lot, but it was itchy when I put it into the pillows. It felt like it wasn't soft anymore. It was a little bit, it was poking through. It's too stiff. So I bought cotton, and then the cotton was really, really soft, but really, really expensive. 100% raw cotton. And it was so flat. So it wasn't as plushy feeling. So I had to wrap the cotton around the polyester so that it still has that bounce, but it has that softness. Anyway, I explained that to them, and they were just, I guess they appreciated that too because they were like, all right, you know what, we'll just buy it. And I was just so freaking thankful that people understood. I know the price tag is expensive, but it is just expensive, especially when they buy a set, because I do buy 4 get 1 free, right? And at that point, my profit from each pillow is, I think, somewhere between $3 or $4 or something like that. But anyway, I bring them because they're freaking adorable. I don't know how many I can bring during the flights and stuff because it just probably won't be justified because $3 to $4 profit, and then if I have to pay an extra suitcase to house all of the pillows, I think the profits would eat up the suitcase cost because now suitcases cost let's see. Let's check WestJet. WestJet suit, what do you call it? Check-in bag fee. Next convention I had a whole treadmill. Yeah, right, Jen. I would not do that. There's so much walking involved with conventions. Well, you do not want to add your workout to be extra walking. Yeah, the real MVPs for sure. I've awakened when I heard Brady fan art. What? Oh, Brady! Oh, I finished it. Okay, so I'll talk about that a little later. No, I'll talk about it now. So I had a whole schedule planned out, right? I showed you guys this. I was saying, oh yeah, the convention is this day, and I plan to have 1, 2, 3, 4 days to finish Eve and Brady, right? And then I sat there because I have to order on the 19th, which was yesterday, right? And then I sat there, I believe on the 15th. I think it was the 15th. I sat there thinking, is it really the 19th? And I counted how many days until I needed here, right? Before my flight. I counted wrong. I had to order it that day. So you know what I did? You know what I freaking did? Oh, I had to order it 16th. So from 15th to 16th, I just didn't sleep because I knew I had to do something on the 17th. I was just like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just not gonna sleep. I'm gonna just finish this, and then do my friend activity thing. Yeah, who needs sleep anyway, right? So I just didn't sleep. So yeah, it hasn't been a healthy sleep schedule for the past few weeks, but I got sleepy today and yesterday, so slowly recovering. But I can show you guys that. I can show you guys Brady and Eve. 1 second, I'm trying to find it. Nom, 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 nom. I am determined now. I said I could have done this later, but you know what? I'm looking for it now, so. I'm ready. She turned out pretty cute! I didn't realize that she had something on her tongue until near the very end of it, too. And Eve is so freaking cute. Her eyes are so adorable. Oh, yeah, we got Eve, too. I just didn't sleep, and I did it that day, and I ordered it on the 16th. So, here we are. She has tongue sensor. Oh, that's what it is. I have a lot of catching up to do with Nikkei's story too. I haven't played games for so freaking long now. Can't believe I lost my 80 long fruit streak. Oh, I'm sorry, Silent. Was it from the last stream? I'm assuming when I was talking about. I was probably talking about the other convention. But yeah, that 2 of them are done. That was such a grind, but they made it. They made it. All right. So what were we talking about? Yeah. So I finished it that day, and then we had stuff going on these days, and now it's the 20th. So I have a few days to prepare for the other artworks. But I'll show you guys that later. We're talking about CollectorCon right now. Okay, there was a lot of cool stuff. This was a cosplay. She crocheted her own thing. Pretty legendary. And then found some little knickknacks. So this thing, if you look closely, there are dice with freaking octopuses in it. And it rings. It's so cool. It's like Kraken themed dice. Super cool. I don't know how they weight balance it though, because dice, you have to roll it and hope that every side is pretty even chances. Oh, well, welcome back, Silent. Right? It was so cool. He has the whole set, but these ones were easier to see the octopus. By picture. All right. And then there were these guys walking around as Vikings is what I thought. But anyway, I asked, hey, what is that? What's your cosplay, right? And they said, oh, we're actually doing a fight outside. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? Like with actual swords? Yeah, actual swords. And there was wooden swords too, and jousting looking swords. But I thought it was pretty cool. They said, come out at this time. We'll be doing some fights at this time, right? And I missed twice. But the next day I was able to see it. And actually, it was lucky for me that the next day is when I went because they weren't as busy anymore. So because they weren't as busy, they let me try out the swords. But let me show you. So this is what they were doing at the very back. Super cool. And they let me test the swords, and then they told me they gave me the wooden sword and told me to hit their head as hard as I can. I could not do it. That was crazy. I was not gonna do that. But I did hit their head, just not as hard as I could. But they were just trying to prove how protected their helmets and everything was. But this is a complete stranger. I'm not gonna hit you as hard as I can. But it was really, really dope. They were just doing this at the back of the convention. Super cool. And then I think this is the second day. Yeah, this was the second day. So there were some really, really, really nice, sweet artists who went around asking about art trades too. Actually, it was this person who asked me. Because she knew what Nikkei was. She had the bunny ones. Blanca and Noir. But I didn't take a photo. But they're bunny outfits. Yeah, it was really cool. That was my first time I've ever I've ever swung a sword at someone's head, I think. But it was cool. It was cool. Anyway, she asked for an art trade, and look at this cutie patootie. I got a little. What's her name again? I forgot. I couldn't even tell her the name. But Futaba. Because I know Locke likes this. So I got a little Futaba. Futaba for Locke. And then her friend she was sharing the table with, right over here, she had a pretty dope cosplay. I think it was supposed to be the butler one because she had a eye patch, but she wasn't wearing it for this. But I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be Black Butler, the main character. But I got this little cutie patootie over here. It's so cute. Look at it. It's so cute. Lagos are you wearing it? Actually, I got him this, and he ended up taking this because I don't know. He really likes cute things. Thank you for the 40 months! Here for the bedtime story. You sleep at this time? Damn. Alright. Who's next? Who's next? Oh, this person was sitting across from my booth and he came up to my booth just to ask, what the heck are these little... Here, let me bring it back up. He came up to my booth to ask me what these guys were. He was like, this entire convention, I've just been staring at these, staring at me back, and I just had to know what are they. And I had to explain the lore, of how they came to be, which is pretty dope. Frickin' dope. But he's actually a comic artist. Pretty cool. Because, like I said before, I forgot or I didn't know, but this was a comic convention. Whoops. I don't know how it passed my head. I don't know. This was the only comic convention I went to though. I love those Dora pillows. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope the conventions love them too because they're expensive. They're so expensive. I still have to buy more cotton because the cotton ran out so fast. Cotton's expensive. All right, and then some more cosplayers. Like I said, I should have taken more photos because the cosplays are so pretty legendary. Small convention or not, I love them. And they were really, really sweet. I was advertising to them the whole, hey guys, if you follow my YouTube channel, you can get a free sticker or a free button. And they were all like, nah, fam, I'm gonna follow you and I don't even need a sticker. I'm chilling. And I thought, you guys are so freaking sweet. Oh. Mooney! Hi, Mooney! Mango, yum. Where did I show mango? My colors feel like mango, though, for sure. I wish I could go and get some of those. Maybe one day I'll be at a convention near you. Who knows? Who knows? All right, so the other cosplay that I said I wish I took a photo of was... they gave me a sticker, though. They had a full cosplay for Dragon... How to Train a Dragon? Right? I think that's the title. I really like the cartoon, but there's a live action show that released, right? I don't know how I feel about it because it's just like, but isn't the dragon the same? And I like animation, but I heard it's really good. So good for them. But anyway, the really cool thing was they had a full cosplay of that character, and their friend also cosplayed another character from that. And they came over here, showed off their cosplays, and they were gonna go to the freaking film wearing the full fit. How awesome would that be if you went to a film and you saw the cosplay of the characters right there? Right there! That would have been... That's just... Gotta love cosplayers, man. They make the vibe so... They elevate it, They elevate it. So for the people who went to go watch the film and got to see them, Congrats to them. That must have been such a vibe. Right? It sounds amazing because it's just you're going to watch just a film and you're just excited for the film itself, and then bam, a full head to toe cosplay of the characters. What? And they were good. I'm sorry I didn't take photos, but they were good. I was just talking to them the entire time and I forgot to ask. And they were handing out stickers of it too. Like, what? What? Not only are you giving us the, what do you call it? The honors of getting to see the cosplay like a real person fit of the characters, but you're also giving us stickers of course, something we like because we're coming to watch the movie right now. Crazy. Well, it was pretty cool. All right. So now it's time to talk about my neighbors. My neighbors were so freaking what? So when I was checking who was going to be sitting around my table, it was my sister. Coincidentally. Plus a YouTuber I watch. And I'm going to go show you, but I apparently put it in a different order. So we're going to talk about them from it was my right side all the way to my left. But okay, so starting from the right, this guy makes his own dice, and let me tell you, they look so yummy. When he was painting them too, I was thinking, why does your water look so freaking delicious? That's dangerous. He had an ice blue water. I should have taken a photo of it too. But my favorite drink is a blue Hawaiian, and it just looked like a softer blue of that. Anyway, his dice are royal party. Oh, this is his tag, and here are some more photos. Forbidden water, yes. And he made mini ones too. Look how cute. Look how cute. I wasn't sure if I should get one because I don't really play D&D or anything, but they were so yummy looking. So yummy. The next person was a Nabs accessories and gifts. So she had a lot of little knickknacks. But I took a video instead of a photo for all of them. So this is mainly what I have a photo of. I tried to transfer the video, but then they were so fat and they were giving me trouble and I got frustrated, and now you have a photo instead of a video. You're welcome. And then this is the YouTuber I watch. I talked about her before. It's Girl Sprout. And you guys have seen her here too. I think 2 days before the convention. Or 3 days before the convention. We were talking about this convention. But yeah. So freaking dope. She was such a blast to hang out with. And right beside her, that's my sister. She's right here. You can actually see her stuff on this picture too. My sister! And then we took a group photo together and we named ourselves the Cat Owner Alley because we just happened to all have cats. We all shared our cats and they were all different too. He had a calico. She has a black cat. She has a Bengal. And she has... Well, I don't remember. But mine was orange. I think she had a gray cat. I'm not sure. Yes! Gods! But yeah, it was absolute blast because of them. Absolute blast. So, let me talk about my feelings for CollectorCon. So, like I said about Fandom Bazaar, I only made $5 profit. I told you guys about that. And I was thinking it was really fun still. And it was coordinated very well. Oh, I didn't even talk about the coordination. The coordination for this was pretty good too. I think every convention I've been to now, they ask, do you need water? Do you need anything? All that. That was great. But I was trying to avoid comic conventions because my stuff's not comic related. So that's one. My experience being here though, the number of attendees wasn't huge, and that's why at first I was really scared. However, I actually made back table. I was scared I wasn't gonna make back table, but at the very last day, somebody made a huge purchase. And I don't know, I feel like she was just being really, really nice because I don't think she would have known who Behemoth was. I could be assuming things because I guess I didn't ask her, but she got a pen and she got a bunch of sticker labels. And that's what I was surprised about too, because people don't normally buy my sticker labels. And she bought, I think, 7 of them or something. Oh, wait, that's it. Let's see. Okay, she bought 4 of them. Because five of them. 5 of them, and she got 1 for free. And yeah, the table wasn't that expensive for 2 days. It was $90 only. Well, it was more like 1.5 day because the first day felt very short. It was short because half of it was set up. So, but like Phantom Bazaar, I felt like my judgment is pretty clouded because I was moving too, so it was pretty stressful to be preparing for these conventions during a move. And my house was a mess, and I felt like I had no free time to draw. So it's hard to judge. I was trying to think maybe I shouldn't do these conventions so that I have more time to draw, more time to play games too, because like I told you guys, I think it's been 3 months now. I haven't touched the game. So my life and work balance is not very good right now. But at the same time, I was thinking maybe I'll get used to it, the setup, that I wouldn't have to dedicate, because I thought I was just gonna dedicate, I think it was this day to preparing for the convention, but it ended up eating up 2 days, or I no, this is the day I clean and prep. So I dedicated this day to prepare for it, but it ended up taking 2 days. So it is eating up quite a lot of time. So profit though, even though the attendance was really low, I made, I think, over $100 profit. And I was really, really shocked. Part of it was because my neighbor, Squirrel Sprout, bought some stuff, even though I told her you don't have to buy anything because I know my stuff is niche. But she bought this print and she just asked me, hey, tell me about this character. And I explained it to her. She bought that, and pen, was it? She bought 2 items. But I forgot the other one. Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah. So I feel like I gotta try again next year when I'm not moving and see if how I feel about the balance. That's what I'm getting at. Because it was a great convention. Even Phantom Bazaar, even though the profit was only $5, the experience itself was really fun, you know? And I really liked getting to talk to people. But it's a hit or miss with people who know Nikkei. There was a lot of, it comes with a lot of people coming by, looking at my stuff, not knowing who the heck they are, and then walking away. But a lot of them still say, "Oh, that's pretty cute," and then walk away, you know? So, hard to decide. But I think that sums up CollectorCon. It was a great convention. Organizers were super nice. They checked up on our water and everything. The attendees were awesome. They were so nice, so sweet, super fun to talk to. Not a lot of them, but actually that was fun too in its own way, because OdaFest, because there were so many people, people felt pressured to leave, which made absolute sense. They were just being kind, right? Because they were thinking, oh, well, there's somebody else behind me. I should let you go and talk to them. And 2, they had panels to get to, right? So things for like Oda Fest, they had things to get to at a certain time, so that's why they don't really have much time to talk to you at your booth. That's why they're just like, come in, come out really fast. So these chiller events are nice for talking to people, chit-chatting. So I can't freaking decide. But yeah, I think that sums up CollectorCon. Oh, my thing is completely moved now. thank you guys for listening to my little Collecticon story. It was great. I loved it. My neighbors were amazing. Super fun days. 2 days. And the next one will be in Saskatoon. It's gonna be Ganbatte. Alright. Bye, YouTube video. Bye.